You getting sick too?
Nope. No time. No time for getting sick.
Katie Hunter, Kings TV. Who is healthy and available for you tonight?
Healthy and available?
Yes.
Belly's going to play. Corey is going to play. Marvin's out. Bogey's out. Rashawn is out. Thank you.
Given all of that, I mean, it's hard enough to face a team as well-rounded as the Bucks that are good on both sides of the ball, but you have the injuries. How do you game plan for this game?
Well, the game planning, is mainly focused on a lot of the things we always talk about, right? So it's going back to our spacing, going back to getting the ball out quickly offensively, more of the details of the game. And then it changes a little on, does a team switch everything? Does a team, are they in a deep drop, which Milwaukee will do both of, right? So then it's kind of talking to the players what we're looking to do to take it, to attack that specific type of defense. And then our defense, Giannis is one of these few guys in the NBA that you really have to, you got to get away from your traditional defense and do everything you can to. It's kind of like playing Houston and Harden. It's you got to throw sometimes three guys at him, especially in transition coming down. So he makes the game planning a little more tricky than most nights, but it's a great opportunity for our guys to really test. We talk about our mental toughness a lot and being able to stay focused and locked in. This is a great opportunity because if we're not and we make mistakes and we slip up and we turn over the ball and we stab in the backcourt, this team makes you pay for that. And that's what, they got vets, they got shooters, they got all-stars, and it'll really be a really nice test to see, how engaged and focused we can be tonight.
I know it's just a small sample size, 4 games during the month of January, and you guys are playing at the fastest pace in the league. What have you liked, and what has been kind of the progression in kind of speeding it up?
Well, a big part of it is Fox coming back. Part of it is the teams we played of all. I mean, you look at, Memphis, New Orleans, some of these teams. I mean, they fly up and down the court too. So it's just naturally going to turn into a faster game, which, is something we're looking to continue to get better at. But to me, my focus continues, my message continues to be, look, we gotta be able to play fast, but we have to be able to execute, and we have to be able to play defense. I thought the Phoenix game, we did a fantastic job in that fourth quarter of winning that game by really playing lockdown defense. And you look at the way Trevor and Corey and De'Aaron were guarding Rubio, Booker, and Oubre. And that kind of set the tone for us that quarter. And then Fox did a nice job of controlling our pace and our tempo offensively. But those are still the same messages. So, yes, we're going to keep, continue to play fast, but it's a lot of focus will still be on execution and defense.
Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. Coach Walton, what is your observation of your offense at this point? Say you go back to the Memphis game, that second quarter, there was this burst, when there were 20, 21 points down and the team started surging offensively. And then this previous game, which is keeping them in there. From inside, the huddles and, the timeouts, what is the talk about getting back into the game? Because I know you had been talking about, hey, we got to have better starts. You fall back, but then your team is able to come back.
Yeah, a lot of the talk is always it's this possession, right? We want to stay in the moment. The only thing that matters is what's right in front of us, whether that's by game, by possession. So. Offensively, if we're down 12, we're not going to get it all back in one play. It's about coming down. It's about executing and being disciplined with the fundamentals of what we want to do. And sometimes we look really good, and sometimes we stall out. We want to be a team that shoots a lot of threes, and sometimes when those threes aren't going, the offense doesn't look good, and when they are going in, the offense looks great. So, we got a lot of room to continue to get better at, and we will. It's a new terminology, new playbook, new everything for our group, and it takes time, but guys are understanding it, and hopefully as we get more and more bodies back, we continue to grow on the offensive end.
Luke, Jason Anderson, Sacramento Bee. Can you talk a little bit more about Giannis and just how unique he is, and sort of the gifts and the traits that make him so difficult?
Well, I think someone that, and you guys know, to see where he's gotten to from where he came, and I think anyone that follows basketball knows that for him it starts with he's obviously blessed with an incredible body, but the work ethic that he has is legendary around this league, and how hard he plays, and you're watching film to prep on him, and every time down court he's the first one. He's with the ball, outrunning everyone, or he's, if Bledsoe or one of his teammates have it, you see this man flying down the middle of the screen, and it's really impressive how hard he plays, the time and effort, the dedication to his craft, and he's turned himself into an MVP and one of the most elite, unstoppable players that we have in this league. So. And a lot of that from him comes from how hard he's worked. So it's you like seeing that. It's tough to play against, but like I said, it's a great opportunity, great challenge for us tonight.
Luke, Jason Jones, The Athletic. I know you want to get up a lot of threes, but when you're watching over the flow of a game, what's a good three, bad three, especially on at times where you're struggling? Would you prefer to see them maybe drive and kick more, or
for us, or
for you?
For us,
yeah.
To me, we still have to recognize more so of how the flow of the game's going. We winning, we losing. Is the other team on a run? Are we on a run? And that kind of dictates what's a good three, what's a bad three, who's shooting the three. There's a lot of teams today now are playing where it's if you're open from three, shoot it. Eventually, in 48 minutes, that number is going to even out, and we're going to hit the amount of threes we want to hit. I still believe in getting ball movement, getting the ball attacking towards the rim, and then trying to get some kick-out threes. And if shots aren't going, let's try to get to the foul line. Let's look, maybe we get Harrison a touch on the block, something like that. So we're still looking at it that way, and we're showing film as far as what we feel is good and bad shots to the guys. But yeah, for me, you can't just say that's good, that's bad, because a lot of it depends on what else is happening in the game and how the flow of the game is going.
Coach, Scott Marsh, Sports 1140. Is the plan to start Harry again at center tonight?
Yeah, we'll start Harry again.
Coach, Sarah Hodges, CBS 13. Just curious about Marvin Bagley. I know that it was kind of like day to day. He was just saying it depends how he wakes up and feels. What went into your guys' decision just to hold him tonight?
Yeah, he full practice yesterday, and I was waiting to hear from the training staff today, and they just said it's no go tonight. So we had him do some 3-on-3 stuff over at the practice court, and still get a workout in, and then we got 2 practices coming up this weekend before we play again. So I would assume that 2 good solid practices, and he'll be ready for Monday's game.